I'm sitting on a southbound train, staring at the sky. I'm thinking of my childhood, and I'm trying not to cry, while a stranger sleeps against me, and it feels like I'm his wife. The towns and cities flutter past like the pages of my on the baggage rack. It's heavy as can be. I wish that I could find someone who would carry it for me, just to pay it some attention and to handle it with care, because it has been dropped and is in need of some repair. Some things I know, some things I guess, some things I wish that I could learn to express, like the way that I feel as I stare at the sky. And I remember your voice and the sound of goodbye. Or maybe it's the autumn chill, maybe it's the rain, maybe I should wake the stranger and ask him his name. But my eyes, they would betray me, and my words could not defend. No, I must learn to wait my turn before I love again. Some things I know, some things I guess, some things I wish that I could learn to express, like the way I feel as I stare at the sky. And I remember your voice and the sound of goodbye. Packed up my suitcase, pulled down my old bedroll, and I started to wander far from my home. And the time, it passed quickly, and the days far from your city and Yarrington town. Well, I wandered through midnights of sea-bordered bar lights, and I wandered through forests as deep as the sea. But I never got lonesome until I'd hear a sad song, one to remind me of Yarrington town. Well, I followed a miner to his home in the North Woods, and he promised to love me as long as I'd stay. And I even saw lightning touch a stone in the minefield, could not touch the lightning in Yarrington town. So I packed up my suitcase, I pulled out my old bedroll, and I started to wander on back to my home. And the time it passed slowly, and the days seemed to be far from your city and Yarrington town. I'm going home to your city and Yarrington town. It's a long and dusty road, and it's a hot and heavy load. The folks I meet ain't always kind. Well, some are bad and some are good, and some have done the best they could. Some have tried to ease my trouble and mine. And I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, or where I'm bound. I can't help but wonder where I'm bound. I've been wandering through this land, just doing the best I can, trying to find what I was meant to do. And the people that I see look as worried as can be, and it looks like they are wandering too. And I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, or where I'm bound. I can't help but wonder where I'm bound. I had me a buddy back home, and he started out to roam. I hear he's out by the Frisco Bay, and sometimes when I've had a few, his old voice comes a-ringing through, and I'm going out to see him someday. And I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, or where I'm bound. I can't help but wonder where I'm bound. Well, if you see me passing by, and you sit and you wonder why, and you wish that you were a rambler too, well, nail your shoes to the kitchen floor, just lace them up and bar the door, and thank your stars for the roof that's over you. Because I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, or where I'm bound. I can't help but wonder where I'm bound. And I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, or where I'm bound. I can't help but wonder where I'm bound. Flood my soul, let it hold the key, let it all unfold, let it shine on me. wing and the wheel, well, they carry things away, whether it's me that does the leaving, the love that flies away. The moon outside my window looks so lonely tonight. There is a chunk out of its middle, big enough for an old fool to hide. Where are the dreamers that I used to know? We used to linger beneath street lamps with our halos in the smoke. Wing and the wheel came to carry them away. Now they all live out in the suburbs. Their dreams are in their children at play. Hey. There's a pale sky in the east, all the stars are in the west. Here's to all the dreamers, may our open hearts find rest. 'Cause the wing and the wheel are gonna carry us along, and we'll have memories for company long after the song's a song. Yeah, 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 and it's so long and sweet dreams now. From the back streets of old South Austin, from the dust bowl of my crickets, from the streets of wine to Folkrock, all the way to China, all the way to Dublin, straight across to London, from Amsterdam to Christchurch, with my blue moon shining. I was a small child with a big dream, riding a western flyer with a small song up on a wing and a wheel. From the northern coast to Scotland and the flatlands of West Texas, all upon a wing and a wheel. All upon a wing and a wheel. She drove west from Salt Lake City to the California coastline. She hit the San Diego freeway doing 60 miles an hour. She had a husband on her book. She had 5 restless children. And she was singing as sweet as the mockingbird in that 40 Cano line. She was so tough, yeah, straight from the bosom of the morning church with a voice like wine, and cruising along in that 40 Cano line. Her husband was a king. He was a Salt Lake City brand, and he built the golden cage around his silver golden ride. But in the night he left her with his cheating and his lying, and his big mistake was in she's become a living legend. She drives a coupe de ville, but hot rod still in that 40 gun line. She drives a coupe de ville, but hot rod still in that 40 gun line. Thank you.
Nanci Griffith singing 40 Line.
Can't you see I love you? Please don't break a heart in two. It's not hard to do, 'cause I don't have a wooden heart. And if you say goodbye, then I know that I would cry. Maybe I would die, 'cause I don't have a wooden heart. There's no strings upon this heart of mine. It was always yours from the start. Treat me nice, treat me good, treat me like you really should. 'Cause I'm not made of wood, and I don't have a wooden heart. There's no strings upon this heart of mine. It was always yours from the start. Musetin, zum steht in Haus, steht in Haus, und du, mein Schatz, bleibst drin. Treat me nice, treat me good, treat me like you really should. 'Cause I'm not made of wood, and I don't have a wooden heart. If these old walls could speak, what a tale they'd have to tell. Hard-headed people raising hell, a couple in love living week to week, rooms full of laughter. If these old walls could speak, these old halls, if hallowed halls could talk, these would have a tale to tell. The sun going down and dinner bells, and children playing at hide and seek from floor to rafter. If these old halls could speak, they would tell you that I'm sorry for being cold and blind and weak. They would tell you that it's only that I have a stubborn streak. If these old walls could speak, these old-fashioned window panes had eyes, I guess they would have seen it all. each little tear and silent footfall, and every dream that we came to seek and follow after, if these old walls could speak, they would tell you that I owe you more than I can ever pay. Here's someone who really loves you, don't ever go away. That's what these walls would say. If they were not so mean, if these old walls could speak.
Remember
This is a title song from my first album, and it's a song about friendships and the type of friendships that you make when you're a small child that last all the way up till you're a big child. Kind of from first teeth to second teeth, in other words. I grew up here in Austin, Texas. I spent my girlhood with a friend named Mary Margaret, watching the sun come up and the sun go down over Mount Bunnell, wondering how the heck I was ever going to get out of here. Now I spend a great deal of time wondering if I can just slip by here for a couple of days a month. This Mount Bunnell may not be the tallest mountain in the world, but it's home. Mary Margaret and I used to ride our bicycles up to this place on Mount Bunnell. We'd stop by every 7-Eleven store on the way up there, clean out the vending machines, the bottle caps. We'd sit up there when the sun went down, watch the lights come on in town, shoot those bottle caps off at the lights town. And every once in a while, you'd flick one just right and the light would go out. Say, by God, I got that one. 5 miles away, but I got that one. There's a light beyond these woods, Mary Margaret. Do you think that we will go there and see what makes it shine, Mary Margaret? It's almost morning and we talked all night. You know we've made big plans for 10-year-olds, you and I. Have you met my new boyfriend, Margaret? His name is John, and he rides my bus to school, and he holds my hand. He's 14, he's my older man. But we'll still be the best of friends, the three of us, Margaret, John, and I. Let's go to New York City, Margaret. We'll hide out in the subways and drink the poet's wine. Oh, but I had John. So you went and I stayed behind. But you were home in time for the senior prom. And we lost John. And the fantasies we planned, well, I'm living them now. All the dreams we sang when we knew how, well, they haven't changed. There'll never be two friends just like you and me, Mary Margaret. It's nice to see your family growing, Margaret. Your daughter and your husband here, they really treat you right. But we've talked all night. What about the light? living up now. All the dreams we sang, well, we damn sure knew how to never change. There'll never be two friends just like you and me. Maggie, can't you see? There's a light beyond these woods, Mary Thank you. There's a light out on the freeway, says it's time to go. I'm wasting my time counting the stains on a barroom floor. Thinking about my hometown and the friends I'll leave behind. Mostly about the man who writes his songs of smiling rhymes. And I'm holding on to a smoky view of his dreams in the midnight light. Michael counts his songs and the years of wasted miles. I used to think he was really part of that fantasy rhyme. Looking back on all his tunes of butterflies and sunshine, there was only one about the man he kept inside. About the time he crossed the line and let a tear come to his eye. I used to hide out in his pretty smile, it would shine me through tomorrow. Till I learned the way it feels to be the man who sings the world a smile without a soul to share his sorrow. Turning green to gold. The stains on that barroom floor, 10 miles back down the road. I'm thinking about how that old bar brought Michael back to mind, and how I can sing his blues and be smiling here inside. A weary soul will always sing Michael's smiling rhymes. I used to hide out in his pretty smile, hope it would shine me through tomorrow. Till I learned the way it feels to be the man who sings the world a smile without a soul to share his sorrow.
were warm. The seasons change, the jobs would come, the flowers fade, and this old house felt so alone when the work took me away. And when she dies, she says she'll catch some blackbird